Hello, my name is Samantha and I am with OnTheClock. Today I'm going to be showing you how to utilize your account as a manager. You should have received a welcome email with your username and password. So to get started, you're going to come to the website and you're going to click Log In. You're going to see Admin and Manager Login on your screen. Go ahead and highlight Manager and then just enter in your username and password information. I am now logged in as a manager. To get started, we have our dashboard. This is just going to show you a who's in, which is just a quick reference of who's clocked in and out for the day. Below that, you have your employees. As a manager, you're only going to see employees who are assigned to you. Next, you have your punch map. If you are tracking employees' GPS locations and grabbing those coordinates, they will appear on this map. You can filter a date range, and then you can also filter by employee. Next to that, you have schedule capabilities. So in here, you can set up shift definitions, and these would just be shifts that you would pick and apply. So if you are always working 8 to 5, you could create that shift and then just apply that to your schedule quickly. You can also create shifts on the fly. So you would click Employee Schedule, and to create a shift, you'll simply click into a blank space. And like I said, you can drop down and select one of the shifts that you've defined, or you can create shift times here. And once you hit save, a shift bubble is going to be populated for you. And with this schedule, you'll be able to publish this out to your employees if the admin has it set up to where you publish out your schedules. Underneath your schedule, you also have a fixed schedule area. These schedules happen behind the scenes. You'll be able to make edits to schedules for employees that you're able to view. With this schedule, you can create breaks that are automated. You can auto clock employees out. You can send punch reminders. You can unapply the schedules to an employee if you need them to not be on it. Next, you have your settings icon. Under here, you'll have the capability to create an employee survey. An employee survey is something that you can place at the beginning of a day. So for my example, I have a COVID screening in here. And you can create a survey that just lets you know how they feel today, and they would answer this before they clock in. And then you'll be able to see the results of that survey as well. You can go to survey reports, and then here you'll see results of that survey when employees have taken it. Next, we have overtime alerts and scheduled reports. So in here, you're able to set up your overtime alerts. If you wanted to be alerted when an employee was going to be reaching overtime, you could do that by clicking Add Alert. And you could indicate how many hours before or after you wanted to be alerted with a name, and then select yourself to be alerted of that. You also have the option to schedule reports. And the types that you can schedule are going to be just time cards, which would be your time card setup, and then your weekly time summary, so just a summary of the week that your employees have worked already. So if you were looking to see how many hours they currently have on a certain day, you could set up a weekly time summary on like a Thursday and have that come out to you, and you could just reference how many hours they're at. You also have a who's in. You could use this report for attendance purposes. You could have this email or text message to yourself. You could select this to come to you every single day of the week. If they were coming in at 9, you could do like 9:15 and then just see who's all clocked in at that time, or even clocked out at a specific time. Also, under your settings, you're going to have the option to set up departments. You can also add in jobs for employees. Punch automation reminders and paid breaks is just going to be that fixed schedule. So if you click here, you'll come into the same screen. We have a refer a friend, so if you have somebody who's looking to use a time clock, you can definitely refer them through here. Once they become active, you can receive a 10% discount off your account. And then also under settings, you can create labels for your schedule. So I have Job B, Job C, and Job D, and you could apply these color codes to your schedule. Next, you have your employee icon. This is where you'll be able to manage your employee list. A manager is only going to be able to see the employees that are assigned to you. So if you only have a couple employees, you're only going to see those employees. You can add an employee if you needed to, so if you have somebody new coming onto your crew, you can add them. And you can just create a username and password for them, and then we'll automatically assign them to you. You can manage your employee's profile by clicking this edit pencil, and that's just going to bring me into my employee's profile. And in here, I'll be able to edit whether they have time entry capabilities. I can edit their overtime rule if it wasn't applied properly. I can set up job selections if I have those. I would just come to job and costing, and I can require this for my employees. I can manage their PTO setup as a manager, so you can come in and adjust PTO. You can set up their location and security settings. So if you didn't want your users to be clocking in and out on a mobile device, you could turn that off. You could create an IP authorization. You can lock them down to specific devices. Alerts and messaging, in here you'll be able to adjust if you would like to receive an SMS text message each time your employee clocked out. That is a premium feature. It would be $2 additional a month and a penny per text that was sent. You can adjust if your employee is able to leave a note to you, and you can also leave a personal message to an employee. And you can fill out all of these tabs and then save settings. Next, you have your Who's In. This is a quick reference that you also saw on your dash. So from here, I can actually punch an employee in if they forgot. And this is a day of fix, so if this employee did forget to clock in today, I can punch them in for today, and then we'll see it show up here. And the same thing for clocking out. You can also come in if somebody forgot to clock out and adjust that time here for the day of. And then you can also show the map on the Who's In. This is just going to show you some pins dropping if you have that GPS capability turned on. Next, you have your PTO icon. Under Current PTO and Requests, you'll be able to see the summary of your employee, so you can see your rule listed here. You can see how much time they've taken. You'll see any pending requests that you can approve or deny from this screen, and you'll only be able to see the requests for employees that you're assigned to. Next, you have your bulk PTO, so you can manage the holidays that your employees are going to be receiving. You would just simply check the year, click the employee who's getting these holidays, and then we do give you the standard holidays over here on the side, and 3 custom areas where you could put in a custom holiday that's specific to you and your company. And you'll just put in the number of hours they receive, and then when you hit save, we're going to populate that for you automatically. Then we have our PTO renewal, so you can actually manage users who are due for renewal. And you'll only see the employees due for renewal who are underneath you. And if they were due for renewal, you could just go ahead and renew and answer a policy question and then roll forward. Of course, export all your PTO balances out first. And then we have the PTO calendar. And this is just going to show you any approved requests that are current for your staff. You can do a list view. You can do a weekly view, a day view. And then you have time cards. As a manager, you may have the functionality to make edits on these time cards. When you click time cards, you're just going to see any time cards for your employees show up here. This is where they're going to populate. If you need to make an edit, you just simply click this edit pencil, and then you can adjust the time. Click save, and then that's just going to update for you. You can also show punch ins and punch outs by clicking this show, and then any notes that were left are going to appear here. You also have the option to create more options in your filters. So you can do a custom date range. You can do dates that fall within your pay period. You can select a specific employee if you only want to see that employee. You can categorize this by department and filter by just a single department. And then jobs, you could also filter by a job, or even a department worked if they're switching between departments. And then also over here under show, we have our audit log. This is just going to show you that you came in and you did update this. It's going to tell you your name and that you're a manager. And it'll also show you anything that's been deleted. If you have a fixed schedule set up, you can check the attendance and then we'll just show you who's in early, out late, things like that. Then over to the right, we have these gold buttons. Print is going to be a PDF printout option of the time cards below. Export CSV is going to be a CSV file format that you can download. And if you click email, you can email this out, both copies, a PDF and a CSV, to your payroll provider, to your manager, whoever you need to email this out to. And then underneath more, you'll see other reporting options that you're able to pick. You can also change the display to just show totals. You can do 1 employee per page on your printout, and then you would just click print, or you would just click export. And then down below, you're going to see these additional export formats. If an employee missed an entire day, you can click add day. This is how you're going to add in time for that day. And you would just simply pick a date and the employee's name. You can click add punch to add in your in and out times. Or you can simply just type in a number of hours that they worked, and you can click save to update. And that's just going to create the entry for you. Over here, you also have your help section icon. So if you click this is going to give you our number that you can call. You can contact us through email. And then our help directory, where you're able to just sift through help content if you need assistance. And then we also have some webinars that you can also look at through here as well. Next to that, you're going to have a chat bubble. In here, you can create conversations between yourself and your employees. And to do that, you would just click new, and you could create a subject and then check off who you would like to speak with, and then send out a message. And then right here we have a notification bell. This is just going to tell you when your pay period's coming to an end, somebody's due for expiration on a PTO, and you can just click these to make them inactive. And that is the manager side of On the Clock. We hope you liked this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe. That way you can be updated on any new content that comes from us. Thank you. Have a great day.